I'm going to show you how to create unique defensive looks and pressures in any defensive playbook in the game. So today I'm going to show you guys two nasty blitzes and a great coverage to mix in while making them indistinguishable from one another, but I will also show you how you can add this defensive tip to any playbook, any scheme in the game. So today we will be continuing my multiple defensive scheme out of the New England Patriots playbook, and we will be running out of the formation dime 2-3-6. Then the two blitzes we are going to be looking at are slant zone 2 and buck slant 3. And then the coverage we're going to be mixing in is cover 4 quarters. Now I've already done a ton out of this scheme, really focusing on nickel 2-4-5 with some great coverages in that, also some blitzes to mix in with that. And I've shown you guys a really good run D out of even 6-1 and some blitzes to go along with that as well. So if you guys want to see any of that, I'm going to leave a link down in the description with the playlist for all those videos. Now these two blitzes are going to work great off each other, guys, because they are coming from opposite ends of the field. One is coming from our nickel side, one is coming from the other side. This is going to make it impossible for our opponent to slide one direction or the other because the blitzes look the same and he doesn't know what side they're coming on. They're also super nice because we're only bringing 4 rushers in the one blitz and 5 in the other. So even if our blitz doesn't come in, this is going to allow us to have great coverage on the back end. And then lastly, when we want to mix in this cover 4 quarters, it is going to look identical to our blitzes. So this is going to make it impossible for our opponent to tell, are we dropping into coverage? Are we bringing a blitz off the right or the left? Okay, I'm going to show you guys this technique in a few other formations that you might have seen before, and then I'm going to show you how we can implement it in our dime 2-3-6. Okay, the first way I'm going to show you this technique, one you might have seen before, is we are going to come out in double safety blitz in nickel 2-4-5, and we'll just come out against, it doesn't matter, on offense. So what we're going to see when we call this double safety blitz, both safeties are going to come down in the box. Now if we call a normal cover 3, cover 4, anything like that, they're obviously going to stay back. I'm also going to turn baseline on, guys. I didn't go over that before, but always in this formation, in this scheme, I have baseline on. That's really just going to help us disguise our looks, but we can't do that stock in practice mode on next gen. Now the trick with this, guys, some of you might know, some of you might not, we can actually audible to different plays in this formation, and the two safeties will actually stay walked down. So right here, we can audible to this cover 3 and it basically looks identical. So the two corners shift a little bit, but our safeties are still gonna stay in the box. Now, same thing, we can audible to Tampa 2. Now the corners don't move at all and our safeties still stay in the box. Or we can audible to a man blitz, and once again, the corners shift a little bit, but the safeties are gonna stay there. Okay, now we're gonna look at this nickel 2-4-5, and we'll look at this strong safety mid blitz 3. So right there, now we see this auto walk down from the solo receiver. Let's baseline really quick, and then the guy will shift back over. Once again, we're going to have baseline on when we're running this defense, so we won't have to shift at the line. They're going to come out in this. Now, when we audible to cover 2. Look at that. The safeties are still staying where they are. You can audible to any play in this formation. Oh, this cover 3, he'll shift back. Oh, and then he shifts back. But basically, you can audible mid blitz 2. Once again, everyone is going to stay where they are. You know, the corners will sometimes shift, but this is going to help you disguise. You can call any blitz here, you can call any coverage, and it is going to look basically the same. So really, guys, if you want to implement this technique in any playbook, any formation you are in, you are going to be looking for auto motions. Most of the time, it's going to be on blitzes. You can just rotate through playbooks, rotate through formations, and look where there's any auto motion where linebacker, safeties, corners are walking down, changing positions. As soon as that auto motion happens, we're going to come out in that play, and then you can just put any other defense you want to run in your audibles. Okay, now we're going to look at our dime 2-3-6. So I showed you guys safeties walking down. That is what you're going to see a ton, especially that double safety look. Then people will, do some audibles out of that. But now, what if we want to create, we want to keep our safeties back, play our, quarters coverage, 2 high looks, but we want to bring unique blitzes. Well, what we are going to do, guys, is we are going to come out in this dime 2-3-6, and we are always going to come out whenever I run this formation. I'm going to come out in the play slant zone 2, and we're going to put our auto alignment on base. That is the keys for this. Then for our audibles, I want to have our first audible as press quarters. Then I want buck slant 3. That is one of the blitzes we're going over today. And then cover 3 buzz show 2. And then lastly, prowl slant 3 seam. So if you guys want to run this, these are the 4 audibles I have, you know, at my fingertips. But slant zone 2 is one of the blitzes we are going to go over. So we're going to come out in this. Our linebackers walk down, and I'm going to just put baseline on. But like I said, we're starting out in baseline. So this is what our defense is always going to look like. Now we can audible to buck slant 3. Look at that. All of our players are staying in the same spots. Look at the pressure look here we have. Everybody's on the line of scrimmage. And this is really gonna allow us to create super unique blitz angles. Look at this, prowl 3 seam. Look at that. The safety staying back even though he's on a blitz angle. We can also go to our press quarters. Look at that. No one moves, no one changes. Everyone is gonna play the same spot. We can shift back to our base defense just because we audible back, but look at that. Everyone is in the exact same spot. So this is really going to allow us to create unique looks, guys. All right, now that we've went over that, guys, I also released a new video today on my membership page. Now it's really building off this, and I'm going to show you how we can use this prowl 3 seam, this coverage blitz right here, to get really nice 3-man pressure while making it look the exact same. And then in that video, I also break down nickel blitz 2 out of nickel 245, and I show you how we can disguise our nickel blitz 2 with the rest of our coverages using this technique. And I show you how to get these blitzes right here that we're going over today to come in on current gen. If you guys are interested in seeing any of that, click the join button down below. Okay, now let's look at this slant zone 2 first. This base defense that we're going to come in, I'm going to show you guys the adjustments we do to make it come in, and then we're going to go over gameplay to go with this blitz also. All right, guys, so the adjustments for this slant zone 2 are so simple. All we want to do are we're going to have our guys auto walk down. We want to make sure our baseline is on, and we want to take the nickel back and we want to put him in a bluff blitz. This is going to put him in a 3 receiver hook. Now you can see we are only rushing 4 players, and we are going to get super nasty heat with this blitz. Then the only other thing, guys, is we want to actually user the second rusher in on the opposite side of the nickel. So we see kind of the 2 players standing there by themselves. We want to user the second player in, and then I'm going to show you guys on the field how exactly this comes in, but that is the only adjustment, guys. And then the only other thing you guys can kind of do on the back end is right now the corners are in soft squats. I personally really like to leave them on soft squats, but you can also shade underneath, put your players in hard flats, or you can shade over the top and put them in cloud flats. That's just all kind of a down and distance thing. If you guys don't know how soft squats work and what makes them a really nice zone coverage to use, I'll actually leave a link in the description for my cover 6 defensive breakdown where I really show you guys what soft squats are. Okay, let's go look at the gameplay for this really nasty blitz. All right, so for this blitz, like I said, we always want to take the second rusher here opposite of the nickel, and we just want to, user this player. We want to put the nickel on a 3 rec. Then we look in the middle of the field. We're going to only be rushing 4. We're going to have a 3 rec and 2 vert hooks on the field. We're going to bring a bit of a rush with our user, and we're going to drop back and help in coverage also. This is a 4-man rush, but really it turns into a 3-man rush. We are going to be the key on this rush. Really get into practice mode, try this out, but what you want to do is you just want to attack the tackle. So we want to rush at the tackle, make him block us, and that is going to allow this outside rusher to just come in scot-free, and this blitz happens so fast. So really the key is going to be this rusher here. Take him and just attack this tackle. Really attack there. We want to suck up that block, then look at our rusher coming in from the weak side, boom, and he's down. That quick. That was a 3-man rush, and then we see we're dropping out into coverage to help take everything away. Look, there is nothing open by the time he goes down, and we're rushing 3. Okay, here it is again. Grab this player and just attack the tackle. So right here, attack the tackle, make him block you, and then our rusher is just gonna come in free once again. Look at that. Everything is locked up down the field, and then as the user, we can drop back and help over the middle of the field. Okay, one more time, adjustments on the field. So we have 2 vert hooks, 3 rack hook. Take this player, attack the tackle right here. Get him, make him, make him block us, and then look at this outside rusher just coming in free, only rushing 2 others. Everyone else dropping out. So he actually rolls away from the blitz this time. That's going to buy him a little more time. But if we look down the field, guys, there is nothing open. We have so many players in coverage. by the time this player probably is open there, but by the time he gets open, our blitz comes in. So really, that is going to happen so fast. Okay, here it is again. Now, this blitz is really good, but you got to think we're only bringing 4 here, kind of only rushing 3. So this blitz isn't going to come in every time. Sometimes they're going to be able to block it up. Sometimes they'll slide over. Sometimes you won't really attack the tackle quite right. But right here, all of our adjustments are in. Those 3 middle hooks right here. We're going to attack this player here and see how, I don't know if he slid his line or I just really didn't get up to the tackle there good enough. So if that happens, sometimes, you know, it's going to get blocked up, but that is all right because we're going to have a really nice coverage shell on the back end. And then as the user, I just want to get out of there. I want to go help on the back end. He tries to throw this hot over the middle. He sees the user coming and we are able to just hop up and make a play over the middle of the field with Ted Hendricks. Okay, here it is again. We're blitzing off the other side here, but it's still going to work the same way. So see, once again, they kind of slid their line, but they also blocked their running back and their tight end. We're going to be bringing so much pressure in this dime defense. You're going to see that. They're like, okay, I don't know who's coming from where, so I got to block more people. So when that happens, once again, get out. But right here, now they only have 3 players out in routes, and we're dropping like 7, 8 guys into coverage. So there's really not going to be a ton of windows. We look here, double coverage there. This player is going to that right there. And then we basically have double coverage down the field. He tries to throw in this post, but our cover 2 safety is able to roll over and pick that ball. Okay, one more time once again, guys. So attack that tackle. Now in this one, sometimes they see this blitz, they see us coming, and they're like, hey, I just got to get the ball out of my hands super quickly. So every once in a while, you're just going to see them, crap, I got to get the ball out. He really just blind throws it over the middle of the field. We have 3 players in the middle of the field. Once again, Ted Hendricks picks it off. I try to get glitchy and throw back on that little pitch. Okay, guys, buck slant 3. Once again, these are super quick and easy adjustments. All we want to do is we either want to slant our D-line in or out. It's really up to you. Not shift them, but slant them. So I would hop into practice mode once again, and really, this is just going to allow different people to come in. That is the only difference. I find when you slant out, the outside nickel comes in really quick, but if you slant in, a lot of the time, the second player in will come in. And that really is it. Other than that, we want to user the 3-rec hook player, play the middle of the field with that player, and then once again we can either shade up or down depending on down and distance on the outside with our flat defenders, but this is going to be a cover 3 look as opposed to a cover 2. So let's go take a look at the gameplay. Okay, right here our adjustments are in, guys, and on this play you see I slanted down. We see our blitz angles from our D linemen are down in towards the center, in towards the ball, and then we're going to user this outside 3-rec. And basically with this player, we're just trying to get out into the middle of the field after the snap and take anything quick and hot over the middle, but really we are bringing a ton of pressure off the right side here. So if we remember to our cover 2 blitz, we're bringing pressure away from the nickel. So now if they start to slide to that pressure, now this other pressure is going to come in even better. So right here, guys, I want to just look at these 3 players and watch this. Look at this player, just comes in absolutely free off the edge. That's half a second. You know, he has no time to let his routes develop downfield. This is 3rd and 18, so he could have maybe checked it down here, but 3rd and 18, he's trying to hold the ball, get it downfield, and we get in there so quickly. Okay, the last one we slanted in, now we're slanting out. Look at our blitz angles going out, and look at Ted Hendricks on this play, guys, our inside rusher here. So he goes in on this player, but then this player sees the nickel, so he jumps out to the nickel, and now Ted Hendricks is just screaming at the QB. He has nowhere to go, and Warren Sapp comes up the middle and gets a scoop and score a touchdown. Okay, one more time. Now watch this right side again. Watch our nickel on this play. He is going to absolutely fire in here. So now our blitzers pick up those 2 inside players, but our nickel is firing in. He's trying to hit stuff deeper down the field. We see really nothing is open. Maybe the seam is what he was going to, but our blitz is coming in too quick. Okay, now we're going to kind of look at the coverage aspect of these blitzes. So right here, blitz is coming off the edge, and here with the user, like I said, we really want to roll to the middle of the field and take away anything hot over the middle anything quick over the middle of the field. So this is trips tight end. He sees these two players coming into the middle of the field, and as the user, we're just kind of picking up, try to find what is open. He tries to hit that seam ball, and we are able to user lurk it, get a super slow spin with Troy Polamalu, but user lurk over the middle. Okay, here it is again, pressure off the left here, and on this one, two players are coming in absolutely free. He tries to go underneath. I really like to put hard flats on the field when I'm running this blitz. It's up to you, but I really like hard flats because we're trying to get him to get the ball out quick. He throws to the hard flats, huge pressure in his face. He picks up like 2 or 3 yards. Then one more, guys, right here. So blitz coming off the edge. Once again, not picked up. Our nickel is firing through. And right here, he is just really forcing the ball. He tries to hit this post, and there's just absolutely nothing home. We have 2 corners diving in, our middle safety over the middle of the field. So you guys can see, mixing these 2 blitzes together, it is going to be so tough to stop. Now let's go look at cover 4 quarters. This is the coverage I really like to use with these blitzes. I'm going to leave a link down in the description also for my cover 4 quarters breakdown. I show you exactly how this coverage works. I do a really in-depth breakdown if you guys want to check that out. Definitely recommend it, but let's quickly look at this cover 4 quarters, show you guys we can just, have a great coverage to pair with the blitzes. Okay, so here it is, guys, cover 4 quarters, but this looks like we're bringing pressure. It looks like we are bringing a ton of rushers. Now, also, if you guys notice, I'm playing hard flats on this play. I love to play hard flats when I'm playing quarters coverage, but the thing with this dime defense, you actually can't put both players manually in hard flats. You can only put one. I will usually shade down with this defense. I don't necessarily recommend that a lot when you are playing quarters, but here we're just sprinkling it in. And basically the reason when you shade down, guys, it makes it easier for deep streaks to beat you down the field with their outside corners. They just don't react as well on deep plays when you shade down. But because we're mixing it in, I think it is okay with this defense. But in our normal nickel defenses, I wouldn't recommend that. But for here, shade down, and we're going to be using one of these backside safeties, guys. We have kind of crossers coming in the middle here. We're only rushing forward, dropping everyone out. And right here, we just get a super nice diving, pick over the middle of the field with our user. Okay, here it is again, disguising everything. It's looking like we're bringing a blitz. He has no idea what blitz we're coming with if we're dropping out. Once again, we're going to user the back safeties right here. Look at this, guys. Everything is locked down. There is nothing home. He just throws it away. Like, he's calling something to beat a blitz, and then we call a coverage. He has no idea where to go with the football. Okay, one more time. Same thing. Disguise it, guys. Play coverage now. Right here, he blocks his running back. He's only sending 4 out, and there's just really nothing open. He tries to throw this corner out, and our linebacker, our dropping player in the hard flat is going to get right underneath that. Now, this defense is going to give us crazy pressure on 3rd down and against those heavy passing offenses. But if our opponent is trying to run the ball down our throats, we need to be able to stop them. So if you want to accomplish that, you need to watch this video right here.